What's good with it? What's good with it? What's up, sovereign citizen? What's up, Miss Denise? No, you good. I just went live about what 6 minutes ago. You good? You good? I ain't mean to cut into your live, but I wanted to go before I got too sleepy and decided to change my mind. I came up with a new little less taxing format. What I'm doing, and you know what? And my apologies to everybody that came in earlier in my earlier cussing live. I ain't go down to do my chat call, so my bad. But shout out to everybody that came in, whatever. And that's always coming in or what have you, right? So what I'm going to do, start doing, right? I'm going to like do what I always do, right? With whatever comes up. We discuss whatever we discuss over here. It might be paperwork one day. It might be struggling sex the next. Who knows? You know how we do it. That's just how it works. So, but whatever it is, we're gonna keep basically the same format, whatever. I'm trying to tell you, it's about to get real crazy and real busy. Your girl got to make it do what it do. I'm trying to get all the money. But listen, since I have basically probably removed any traces of my motherfucking education with this bullshit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you in a layman's term, right? Like we always do, maybe a couple times. And then I'm going to go back and find secondary law, something that further breaks down what I've tried to tell you. I'm going to try to get it from someone who y'all believe have license and stuff like that, whatever, and they can tell you in a different way, right? But we're pretty much going to say the same. And then you can get it from there. And you can tie it in, okay? Does that sound like a plan? That way I don't have to get stressed out, whatever. And Levi still wants to argue about a point that he's never going to win. I have no understanding. He has nothing to support it, but I have stuff to support it. He don't know where to get it from, how to get it, or how to use it, or whatever. The last illustration he used was on his channel where he showed, parents testifying. Okay. Just don't work that way. And I don't have time to, cause while I believe that, when I communicate to you guys and you guys get it and retain it, whatever, it's not like y'all are going places and correcting people when they're wrong. And of course, because these motherfuckers are ball to with their channel. Okay. And I get it. What's up, Jojo? So, with that being said, what I'm going to do is, and like I titled it, I'm going to give you a piece of what I'm calling virtual secondary law, right? And secondary law is like case law, anything that further defines primary law and mandatory law, right? Which are statutes, which are the Constitution, which are procedures, which is FRCP, and rules and regulations FRE, right? Okay, it can be also FRAP, right? Federal Rules of Appellate Procedure. So this way, you guys can get it, and so you will all have it, however you understand it. Okay, we're gonna do a little white literacy in this motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna try to, and because we're on white literacy, I'm gonna try to Extract the word MF. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, and I think that that would be appropriate, right? And I didn't want to use law and crime because I don't know how they be striking people, if they strike people, whatever. Because I see that they, be charging. I think they do memberships or something like that. I don't want them fucking with me. I don't need nobody hitting me. Okay. So, but I found another source, and I think it's even better. Now, this is probably what you don't understand about common law, aka case law, right? It further defines the law, the statute, and to be more specific, the objection that's being raised, the issue on the table. Okay. So that can be a motion, that can be just pretty much anything. We've seen them all throughout. Appropriate name to call objections, but motions, shit like that. Something that you're trying to um, further explain the law with, right? Opinions, precedent, all kinds of shit. Okay, I can go on for days, right? But it's secondary law, all right? And it doesn't have to be the same situation because it's not the situation, it's defining. If you can find something with the same situation, like you can find like two sex offender cases, that's great. But it can be a car crash and a sex offender case. And it may be um the case law may be answering the question on admitting, well, preserving evidence on the record. Okay, what's the rules and regulations for that? What about the decorum in the courtroom? So it could be of different types of cases, right? But it's the actual law, the rule. What's the issue with that, right? That's what it's defining. That's what they're using to determine. They're using other rulings to determine how to rule in this particular situation. Okay, when this situation occurs in court during the proceedings, how to rule, right? So that's what it is. So, you know, just saying, showing that parents can testify, duh. Yeah, okay. All right. So you're gonna have to do better than that. So I don't know how else to convey this, but I've been my favorite food. Darrell Brooks have been um in my feed. I don't think he ever got out of it because it's just over and over. And honey, I fucked around, messed around, and seen actual footage of him hitting people, and oh my gosh, I don't know if y'all seen it. Woo! I saw footage of him hitting people. Before this, I've only saw what they showed in court. I found online where somebody was filming from like up above the parade, how he just hit those people. I mean, when I'm telling you, Wisconsin needed a death penalty because, and this is me speaking. I think every state need death penalty. I think we're scared the shit out of some people. Not saying that it has to be used all the time, but I think it should be an option. I think it should. I mean, I've told y'all before. I think it should be more uniformity when it comes to these states with all kinds of shit, even with goddamn drive with speed limits and stuff like that. We got a spot on the way to Gainesville. You sneak out the back of Jacksonville on the way to Gainesville, and when I tell you ain't nothing but a speed trap, I'm telling you, within a mile, the speed of change may be 3 or 4 times. And I'm talking about you're slamming on your brakes. We still don't know what the purpose is. And it's been that way since I was young. Like, what the fuck is this about? You can, sneak out the back and get to Gainesville real quick. Go out west and, get to Gainesville, right? So, and why can I think of that little town? But ain't nothing but a fucking speed, a fucking trap. You be driving along, it'll tell you to do 45. The next thing it tell you, you can go on up to 55 now. And I'm just, calling them. The next thing you say, do 25. And it's like that the whole way. You be like, what kind of shit is this? Like, honey, that's why we crazy down here. We crazy. But yeah, but anyway. So I'm going to, I got inspired when I saw Miss Denise playing her music. I said, well, let me play some of one of my favorite songs, but I hope the people don't goddamn get me. Hold on, let me see. I don't know if let me see. I don't know if y'all be able to hear this. Yeah, am I loud enough? Can y'all hear me good? Because I got those speakers on again. The ones I forgot I got. Let me know if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Actually, I could check that myself. Okay. All right. Now, sorry. Whoa, Lord. Some of y'all gonna be able to know this song. Wait a minute. I was saying it earlier. Should have been gone. Oh, made you feel it should have been gone. Hey! After all, you was a speed. Get it! Oh, must have been a dream of love. Hey! Yeah, hey! Oh, Sherry. Come on, y'all. Sing it. Y'all know the words. Come on. Oh, Sherry. Our love, yeah, yeah. All right. Hey. Oh. You go on hurting me. You're better on your own. Who you thought I'd be. Come on. Oh, hey. And oh, Sherry. Lord. Come on, y'all. Oh, y'all, come on. Get on out there. Work. Oh, Sherry. That man sang that motherfucking song. Oh, hit it. Oh, Sherry. Hey, come on, y'all. Dun. Hit it. Go far away. Been gone. Hit it. Get it. Oh, shit. Come on. Hold on. Hey. Hey. Shit. Our love. Come on now. Yeah. Hey. Oh, shit. Oh, hey. That man says, Sherry. Sherry. Yes. Hey! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Yes! That's some real music right there, baby. Yes! Yes! Yes, child. Yes. Goddamn old Sherry, honey. What? Baby, we'll be here all night. I will turn it out, baby. That's my song. That's gonna always be. What? God, shit. Hmm. Huh. Woo! Anyway, so let me play. Yes. Well, they listen. Baby, I'm nervous. These people is hitting you for the music and shit. You have to be careful. So I got to sing a lot of it. Sorry, it's gonna hurt your ears. My bad. New Black, I don't reckon you knew who that was. So don't worry about it. It's all right. Um, what's up, Shaw? Hey. So anyway, so let me play what I pulled up so you can see. And this pretty much, and this is an example of omitting evidence. And this is so similar to, and so this is like really a real good, you could consider it like a case law because it's similar in nature. It defines the law. It's talking about admitting evidence, and you can kind of think of it as it relates to them goddamn text messages. Okay, so let me put it up, and it's actually funny too, honey. Oh, Sherry. Oh. Okay, I got it up. My favorite nut. Let me see if y'all be able to hear.
Sir, I'm going to let you make an offer of proof as to why you believe and the question contact after the alleged incident is relevant.
It's relevant because these were sent by witness.
It assumes a fact, not an evidence, but
what is,
hold on. Tell me the basis you believe there's been communication and why you believe it's relevant to her testimony.
It's relevant because it was testified to her first time testifying, and then also by was the last guy, Guth, that he was told that the witness was supposed to be so deeply afraid of me and all this type of stuff. So if you're so deeply afraid and worried about somebody and this and that, why would you speak and have contact?
Do you want to open up the door to the other act's evidence of
that's not opening?
No.
That's not opening the door.
Hear me out. Oh, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
These witnesses have been incredibly careful to abide by my rulings. Sometimes in a court of law, when there are pretrial rulings, the testimony of a witness needs to be said in such a way not to run afoul of that. This witness, Detective Guth, I believe Detective Casey and others, Corey Runkle, and even Nicholas Kirby yesterday, this court has all had to stop them so that they didn't run afoul, or they've stopped themselves so that they didn't run afoul of the court's pretrial ruling on other acts of evidence between you and this witness. And I've been very, very careful to make sure that doesn't come in. But if you keep questioning her about whether she's afraid or not, or why she wouldn't have contact or not, you are opening the door to that testimony. All of my rulings have been made to prevent what could be seen as prejudicial evidence. The standard's not prejudicial. The standard is whether it's unfairly prejudicial. But you can open the door to that, sir.
It's unfairly prejudicial that I have a document stating that November 20th never even happened, but yet and still the witness can get on the stand and lie on the stand.
Have you turned that document over to the state?
Come on, man. Y'all know that's not right. Y'all know that's not right.
Then you need to immediately turn it over to the state right now. It may become relevant, but no one has seen it. When did you receive the document? Hold on. When did you? I'm having you make an offer. When did you receive the document?
Okay, but I just want to state for the record, Your Honor, that's kind of biased because the state did the same thing yesterday with creating an exhibit right on the fly that didn't even exist that I didn't have. But
that's not true. That's a misstatement of the evidence.
That is true.
No.
She said it herself.
No. Marking an exhibit is not creating an exhibit.
No, not marking an exhibit. She said.
We're not going to go down a tangent, sir. Right, I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to make a record.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
When did you receive this document that you claim was sent by this witness?
It's not claim. It's for a fact.
Sir, it hasn't been established yet. I need to make a record.
So do y'all want
the letter? To see the letter.
What?
I want to see the letter.
Okay, so I got.
And I want to know when you received it.
I got to bring that in. Every time, this is what I don't get. Every time I'm presenting something that needs to be made for the record and placed in the evidence, it's a problem. But the state can do it, no problem.
It's not, sir. There are proper procedures, and I want you to make a record. If you don't make a record, then I can't make a ruling.
It threw people off the loop. They weren't ready for it. They scared of it. That's what it is. Oh man.
Mr. Brooks.
Come on, man. Stop.
When you
Stop
aren't
Stop
even
it. You're a public servant, Your Honor. I respect your courtroom. I respect you. You're a public servant, though. Your job is to be the referee. Is it or is it not? You stated so yourself on record that your job is being the umpire.
Your Honor, I asked Ms. Patterson to be excused.
Yes, you can be excused. My apologies.
My apologies too, but it needs to be some truth, especially when we're talking about stuff that didn't even happen, but they're allowed to get on the stand and say that it happened when they know it didn't happen.
So I'm going to make a record about what he's referring to in count 77. Okay.
And what happened to that paper? Because it was on the table. Then when
Mr.
I come
Brooks,
back in,
I need to make a record of a variety of things.
So who took my paper?
And you keep interrupting me repeatedly today. I have shown an abundance of patience of being removed from the courtroom. And then every time I try to get into it, you need an explanation and make you to divert everyone from what is being done this very second.
I didn't attempt to do anything.
Yes, you do it repeatedly, okay, sir.
Whatever.
So you're doing it once again.
Whatever. Just make your record.
The document that Mr. Brooks wanted to show Detective Guth and this witness was a letter sent from the state of Wisconsin to the court regarding count 77. The state sought to dismiss that count, and they have prosecutorial discretion, and I granted the request that the charge be dismissed.
Why was the charge dismissed?
And that's, I can't answer. It was dismissed because the request was made, sir. They don't need a reason. There's an abundance of case law about prosecutorial discretion, and they chose not to pursue that. My guess is maybe to simplify things and to keep this tidy. I don't know. You know what? I'll indulge you. Attorney Upper, would you like to provide a basis for why the state sought dismissal of that charge prior to the start of this trial?
Yes, Your Honor, because as Ms. Patterson just testified, a short while ago. She did not have any visible marks or injuries from that event. And we did have the photographs of her injuries. We did not want to confuse the record as to whether or not there was a battery that occurred on November 20th.
Your Honor, I object to that. What does the letter read?
You have the letter, you showed it to me,
I
sir.
try, yeah, and I've been trying to find it ever since I came back in here, and now all of a sudden I can't.
And now
find
you're impugning, though, like somehow you're impugning the integrity of this court,
No,
the
I'm not.
bailiffs of this state. You're accusing, frankly, everyone
Did I
of
point
moving
the
your
finger?
papers.
Did I point the finger at anyone? Did I say anyone did anything?
Not directly, but indirectly you did,
So
sir.
how can you make the assumption that I'm saying?
Can
that
I
I'm
please
pointing to
make the
someone?
record without
Yes,
you
yes,
interrupting?
you may. Yes, you may. I apologize.
I appreciate that, thank you. But you made repeated comments, sir, about I can't find my documents, I don't know what happened, things of that nature. When you came back out, you took multiple minutes before you even asked your first question of Ms. Patterson. And if I need to, I will have a bailiff put on the record that no one touched your table.
Your Honor, did I say anyone touched my table? I didn't say
You implied it, sir.
But did I say that?
You stated it implicitly.
I never asked the bailiffs, hey, did anyone of you touch my table? I never said that to them. I just said, I can't find my paper, which is the truth.
And the way that you said it, like,
I didn't point anyone out, though.
And like, well, that's kind of interesting. I don't have a document that was just on my table. That is what you said.
That's what I said, but I did not point the finger at anyone.
So
I
you
can see
have
if
the
I
letter.
came in, Your Honor, with
You've
all
been
respect,
given.
I can see if I came in and said, hey, one of you moved something off my table, or if I would have directed that towards the state, or if I directed that towards the clerks or something like that, then that would be more of a validity to what you're saying.
I need to continue with the record, sir. It's very apparent to me, sir, that every time, I can't say every time because that would be an absolute, but many times throughout this trial, and especially the last 2 days,
Use my word.
when the court makes a ruling that you disagree with, or I want to make a record about some behavior of yours, or a further record about a ruling that you that was not in your favor, that you start peppering me with questions or comments, statements. You question me about the law. You ask, is it verified law? It is, from my perspective, a clear attempt to kind of turn us in a direction away from what we're doing, perhaps even to stall and to delay.
I'm sorry.
That's my perspective. That I'm making a rule. You're doing it again.
I mean, because it has no validity.
So I am trying to make a record outside the presence of the jury about a line of questioning you want to ask Ms. Patterson. Now, I've reviewed repeatedly up on the bench 90608 and 90616, which are two of the primary ways you can attack credibility. I've referenced one of those previously. 90608 is evidence of character and conduct of a witness. I'm not going to read through it all, but it's limited to character for truthfulness or untruthfulness. It's not specific instances of conduct. It's character evidence, which frankly wouldn't even come from the witness who's testifying. All right, then there's the statute on bias, 90616. All right, and none of the questions as I heard them went to a permissible topic.
Let me stop her right there. So, did you hear that? So, when you're trying to, okay, two things. You can use evidence to challenge somebody on the stand, as well as refresh your memory, depending on which side you're on, whatever. Also, when you're talking about making someone seem incredible or not credible, there is a procedure for that. And you heard us say it can't even come from the person that is testifying. And those, of course, those numbers that she's hollering out, those are either statutes or rules. Okay, so those are Wisconsin. That's Wisconsin shit. So I don't know that, but when I put up when we because the R. Kelly case is rooted in federal, I'm giving you the federal rules. Okay. So I'm just trying to show you see how labor intense it is to get evidence in and to get people on the stand. And what he is trying to do, he is trying to destroy that witness. And this guy is a star witness. He's trying to destroy that witness with some photos. And he's trying to use that, I guess, to show that she's a bad mom. But they get into it. So, my man Zach, come on through. And I want y'all to pay attention to the prosecutor in the middle. If they show her, I hope this view shows her. I hope this, because I don't want to use law and crime, but I hope this channel shows her, because I was like, she ain't shit. Because you really do be sitting at that motherfucking table, be like, this motherfucker, depending on who you sitting with. But she is laughing and shit. And she know this man is at a disadvantage, but it's funny as hell. And he set himself up, and that's how this works. Continue on.
Topic under bias of witnesses. You generally said credibility. You did not give me any further explanation as to why you believed it was relevant to credibility. Now we have you claiming that there's some document that was sent by the witness.
Everything deals with the 3 R.
After the charges were filed, that apparently contained photographs. I think, and you can clarify the record momentarily when I'm done, that you believe goes to the credibility of this witness. So I need to ask a few questions about that, sir, to determine whether it has relevance to those issues. Number one, when did you receive this letter?
I received this multiple letters actually over a period of time. It wasn't, I referred to this one because this one had the pictures. But
and why do you believe it was from Ms. Patterson?
To answer your question with clarity.
Thank you. Does it have a date on it? The letter?
No, I didn't bring the letter. I brought the pictures because I thought, from my interpretation, I thought showing the pictures would be okay. How did I get these? So my mind was saying, show the pictures.
I'm gonna come out
in there.
Well, let me get it real quick.
Witness knows that they sent me the pictures.
Okay, so right now, remember when I don't know if you be in here, when I say you cannot introduce evidence that confuses the jury. Okay, that is another rule. Okay, that is another 403 issue. Cannot introduce evidence that confuses the jury. That's a waste of time, that confuses the jury, or anything like that. Okay, can't do it. That's why I be trying to tell you, it can't be redundant. It can't be, unfairly prejudicial. Can't be none of that. And when I say unfairly prejudicial, if you already have Jane Doe number 5 testifying to what happened as relates to the facts that's introduced in the case by the prosecution, as well as the elements in the charged conduct, then you have that. Then you have some kind of photos, whatever she submitted along with that, and about the rules. So they used notes from her phone or something like that about the list of rules, as I can remember, and things of that nature. Because all of those are facts in the case. Okay, they have all that. The parents, on top of that, would be a 403 issue. But just know that those parents will be getting on there if they have direct evidence knowledge about the charged conduct or the facts presented in the case, not the whole thing, not how she got to the hotel and this, that, and the third, whatever, unless the prosecution went down that motherfucking road. They open that door, the defense can walk in. Okay. But I think, and I didn't know that because the little clip that I got off of Law and Crime, that was like 8 minutes. This is a whole like 20 minutes. So this is more, intense, right? Intensive. So it's giving you a more of an overview um, of what I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to repeat it. I don't repeat it from I don't know how many channels. I'm tired now. I'm tired. I'm gonna let these people give it to you. Okay? And I can just show you how it relates. But you just need to know that just showing somebody that parents testified does not mean every parent in America can testify. It doesn't mean that. That would make sense if you're looking at it with the application of the law, with the rules and the regulations and all of that, the procedures and all that. It has to run through that. The judge handles the law. The judge is the applier of the law. The jury is applier of the facts. Everything is about facts and the law. That's a constant theme throughout the entire process, from court proceedings, appeals, even to the habeas corpus. That's what they look at. Even though habeas corpus is a little different because you get to introduce things that wasn't on the record, and there's a way that you can kind of do that again on appeals as well. But we already went over that. But it's all about facts and the law and judicial discretion too. But then judicial discretion when it comes to the facts and the law, right? Or did they abuse their power? Did they emit something that shouldn't have been emitted, and vice versa? So you always got to think about that. It's not open sesame. It's just not like that. And if those prosecutors strategically, and everybody is strategic, you got to think about that. If they strategically keep those parents off, that defense has a very small window to get them in. And I'm going to say this: if they got GX 233, they got those text messages from that phone. They've been had that phone. So we ain't gonna just blame it on the brothers Johnsons. Okay? We got a whole bunch of other attorneys that was there. And that evidence been there. They didn't get like pieces, the bits and pieces of the text messages, that we, found out that existed when J-Bo came along. That whole sheet been there in discovery. If it wasn't, it would have been a Brady violation, right? Nobody raised that. Not the white people, not the black people when they took over, and not J-Bo. She ain't raised that. So it's been in evidence. It's been a piece of discovery. So you can't say that the brothers Johnsons was just preoccupied with YouTubers and shit like that. Must be Steve and them was too, because they ain't do nothing with them either. I wonder why. Anybody want to take a guess at it? Wonder why the text messages didn't come in to save the motherfucking day. I wonder why. I'll give you a hint. All of this, what I'm playing now, is going to explain why. I'm trying to tell you. That is the argument. What are you talking about? That's not the argument. The argument is what we've been arguing all the while. He thinks they should have came in. And the brother Johnsons was distracted. They didn't do nothing with the text messages. And the text messages show that they would set up. Now, I'm not gonna go over this. I'm not gonna argue about it because y'all can think what you want to think. I don't give a fuck at this point. Because this is pointless. Because you don't understand. And I can't make you understand. I didn't know it either. So I did what? Anybody want to take a guess? Had to go sit my ass somewhere to figure it out. So, but I'm just trying to tell you, and and then think that the jury would have changed their mind if they would have known all of this. Well, maybe maybe the text messages was out during the whole surviving R. Kelly shit, and it was just out on the market then. And maybe, some jurors would have came to the table with an already preconceived notion about the parents. Yeah, but I'm just trying to show how it wasn't getting in. Our argument, he thinks the parents could have been questioned, and I'm telling you, they couldn't have. And that those text messages aren't relevant, relatable, reliable. The lady's saying the same stuff. I mean, don't y'all hear the key word? Relevant. Prejudice. She's hollering out numbers. I think she don't even say the rules of evidence and shit like that. My goodness. Now I said I'm doing this so I don't have to do this. I know what the argument is. I've been arguing with the motherfucker for I don't know how long about the same goddamn shit. But that's only at the trial, right? Let me see what you said on DV. So I'm guessing that this is another reason why Uncle Levi can't be a lawyer. Yeah, he could. He could be, but he would need to go and get the tools. I believe he could be a lawyer, but he just need to go get the tools. Because right now his understanding is lacking. Because anytime you play parents testifying, just to say that parents can testify, where am I? I'm already done. Well, the motherfucking Mockingbird to testify. Well, ain't no parents gonna testify if it doesn't run through FRE and FRCP. Ain't nobody testifying. Nobody's testifying. Ain't no evidence coming in. None of that. Till it runs through those rules. This is the evidentiary process that we are looking at now. And when it's completed, she'll let you know when it's done. And this is what they're going through. And I'm surprised, and I saw bits and pieces of the trial. I think I saw a good bit. I don't even think I seen half. But let me tell you something. I saw like the ending parts of it, and then I went back and saw this and that, whatever. But I am surprised that this guy got a pretty good understanding of what's going on. Even though he's trying to play like he don't. I was listening to some stuff. He knew a good bit of what this woman was talking about, and she recognized that, right? He had a pretty good understanding of the law and the general understanding. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mo. You are 100% right. So, and another thing, right, that I was looking at the lawyer, right? I can tell he is a defense heavy ass attorney because he was saying like he didn't understand what this judge was doing by constantly making records, keep repeating herself, keep giving him chances and things of that nature. He was like, and you go back and watch. He's talking, I don't know what she's doing. Why she's doing this for? I find this unnecessary, blah, blah, blah. What she was doing was trying to make sure that there are no appellate issues. Okay? Making a record of his conduct, his behavior, because there is case law that speaks on behavior and decorum in the courtroom. What you should be able to do as a judge, and what, I mean, it gives you an advisory, right? As well as, it makes record and it protects the appellate process. So nothing comes back on her. And it just shows, and a lot of times she threw him out there. He bid on it. He set his own self up, made the record, and voila. He was trying to shit the shitter. You understand what I'm saying? He coming there with that street shit, thinking he was gonna get past a goddamn bookworm, and that wasn't happening. And the other ones on that side, that's on the other side, was ready. So none of that was happening. And sometimes you see where courts play with those the sovereign citizens, the exempt man, or whatever them people call it, with all that bullshit. They take them as jokes, right? Because what they are quoting isn't lawful. They are interpreting the Constitution and all of that stuff, themselves and all of that. When the interpretation that actually matters is the ones that interpret it in the courtroom. The You understand what I'm saying? The authorities up in there. But you are free to interpret the Constitution in the way you like. But when you come into a court of law, know that you are in their house, not yours. So your interpretations is just yours. Doesn't mean that it's lawful. That's just you talking shit. So, yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I don't. Can you hear me? Do I
Yeah.
have any feedback?
Uh-uh.
No, I want you to continue along with your process because I have some questions, and I just out of human nature, I want to ask you some of these questions.
Go ahead.
No, 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 no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, I want you to continue because, as I stated, I don't think that is the argument, and
Well, what you think?
I could be at error here, but I don't think that's the argument. It is how the process was processed from the early beginnings. If we really want to tell the tale about this whole process. Not I'm not talking about Darrell Brooks.
Right.
The whole process with Rob. It was kind of like kangarooish. Here's why I say that. Because it was an argument when it was stated about surviving R. Kelly. It was stated, and hey, the records exist. It had no bearing. But when we dealing with the human mind, how could one say it has no bearing? That's not how the human mind works. You process information as it's given to you. You ascertain information how it is processed. So if you're looking at certain elements in your life over and over and over, and it's predominantly controlled by individuals that is able to put that information out, how do you think the human mind works? You see, this is where it gets misconstrued at. We're not arguing, well, at least I'm not. I'm not arguing the legal process because I stated in my early goings, this is going to have to be handled legally.
No,
But
he's
the
arguing the legal
legally does not
process.
always
He's
make it.
arguing the legal process, and he's specifically arguing about those text messages. That's what we've been arguing about.
You said, what was that again?
I say he's arguing about those text messages, the parents, and the process. That's what we've been
Yeah, yeah,
arguing about.
but see, within the early beginnings, we was talking about surviving R. Kelly, right? And
We
there was a connection.
having our
And there
Kelly
was
too. But I'm talking
there
about
was,
what he and I've been arguing
oh,
about.
please, go ahead.
I'm
Go
talking
ahead.
about what he and I've been arguing about.
Well, pretty much his argument lies on the same premises that what I'm looking at.
No, I'm saying we've been arguing, and you go back to the last live about those text messages, about the admissibility of those text messages. That's what we've been arguing about.
Well, you know what I think that
Saying,
I think I think that's more constituted towards all of the bullshit that's been going on.
okay.
I
Well,
think it lies more. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, when y'all be talking about the human mind and all of that,
Well,
everything.
no, no, don't. Hold on, Miss Walker. Don't try to diminish it like it doesn't
I'm
exist.
not going to diminish it, and I'm not going to be pulled into no argument either.
That's not an argument. It's question.
You're not going to get one. What I'm saying, and
Okay.
nobody's trying to diminish it. I said when y'all be talking about the mind, and it's y'all be talking about the mind. I'm not making this up, so I'm not diminishing it. I am accurately reflecting what has been said. Y'all be talking about the mind and the human and all of that. I get that. That is fine. I'm talking about when you get in the courtroom. When you get in the courtroom, you're asked specific questions. Again, it comes down to the rules and the regulations.
I get that. I get that. Let me
If,
correct.
hold on, if somebody,
Let me
wait a
interject right there. I get that because I don't
somebody's
want that.
mind, if somebody's mind was
I
the
don't want
sole
that
determining
distilled. I
factor,
get that too.
was the sole determining factor of who can be a juror, who's not, nobody would be on the jury.
But you're dealing with an institute that's already programmed to think in such an aspect. And
Oh,
you said something interesting. For as instruction and confusion, you cannot confuse the jury. What is and are? I mean, that's confusion right there. And here's why. Not because I said it. You had a juror come back and ask that specific question. You don't think that juror was confused at that point?
yep, and that's why the
Well, okay.
instruction to, that's why there was an instruction to unconfuse it.
Yeah, but the way it's designed, it should be no confusion at all, right? Given what I've been listening to, those instructions should have been read out in such a sense at that point where the question was asked. Is anyone confused at this point? Why do you wait to start deliberating and come back and ask this question when the instruction should have been read as such at that time and the pertinent question should have been asked? Is anyone confused on what I just read to you for as juror instructions? Is that not part of the process? I mean, ask me. I mean, answer that for me because I'm ignorant. I'm totally ignorant towards this
Well,
process.
I believe, and I don't have a memory bank of all the statutes because I don't do high crimes and shit. But I believe that in statutes where it is written, I believe, and an or are in them. And then I believe that's why attorneys come back and argue the conjunction and disjunction argument, as J Bo did. I think it was J Bo that made that argument, pretty much defining, should it be and can is the jury supposed to consider and or and when deliberating, is it they have to convict him on each one of the, like, the knowingly, willingly, I'm just making an example, knowingly, willingly, willfully, and all of that, or can it be either knowingly or willingly or whatever? They can find just one of those. Can he still be convicted?
Well,
Right. So
that's just my point. Why make that readily available to the defense attorney when you're trying to cover all bases? Why make that available to be argued at a later date versus you turning over every stone so there won't be any confusion? And again, I'm going back to what you just initially stated. Why not cover that before we get here for her to even have that argument in the first place?
it is a popular argument because statutes have and or in it. I have no idea. It's just a popular argument.
Well,
Arguing
see,
conjunction and disjunction. I
well,
mean,
see, I think that goes back to my argument on the confusion, the confusion, and the error. I mean, in the margin that they leave to cover themselves,
and
because
the
they can always
confusion.
come back and argue that. They can come back and argue that and switch words. And we all know most of us are intelligent individuals here. We understand wording. Wording is the trick play.
But just to be clear, the confusion, not to confuse the jury, that's in the rule 403. That's with regards to evidence. That has nothing to do with the statutes and things of that nature. Just to
Well,
be clear.
it could be 405. It doesn't matter. That juror came back and somewhat was confused based upon what? What I said? No, because they had questions. When there should have been no doubt when they went back to deliberate, because they should have received proper instructions to which as and which is what. Come on now, let's keep this shit thou wow. And
Right,
that's the hood shit. Now, come
right.
on, man. This is what I'm saying. If you're going to argue it on one side of it, I'm not speaking particularly on you. You can't have it one way and it caters to you when it all goes your way versus when it's coming back. And these are the instructions that was given.
The instructions what was given is not for a juror to be confused. That's not
Well,
it.
damn, I'm asking you this. Was that juror confused based upon what they activity was to come back and ask the judge, how do we consider what we're trying to deliberate on?
Okay, but jurors are not legal students and above. They
Uh,
just jurors. So if they are confused
we
about
understand.
something,
We understand. See that goes the
ask
humanality.
the
That goes
question.
the humanality aspect kicking
No,
in.
can I get through the question? Can I
Absolutely. I'm
get
sorry. I'm just thinking out loud. Go ahead.
jurors? It doesn't. They don't have I mean, unless it's a question, they don't have a question. Y'all, are you gonna be confused or whatever? No, that's not how that works. So they get to, if they are need to see something, or they don't understand something or whatever based on the jury instruction, they are allowed to ask a question. So that don't mean, I mean, at this rate, there would never be a juror. I mean, given y'all idea
No,
of what
it's
a
no
juror.
y'all. It's no y'all. This is what happened. So it's no y'all. It is people that sitting back and being observant towards what's going on and
Okay, they just don't understand.
what is on the record. That's what I'm
Okay, but
saying.
just
That's all I'm
just
saying.
don't understand. I'm talking to those, aka
That's
y'all,
legally
that don't
astute.
understand.
That's legally astute. So it has nothing to do with being legally astute here. I'm asking
I'm
a
saying
question.
what the jurors if the jurors are not legally astute, they are going to have questions. Even a legally astute juror gonna have questions sometimes.
But that's
So,
not what I, that's not what I initially stated.
when
I
I say
said,
confuse the juror, I'm talking about with regards to the evidence. Rule 403. If you don't know the rules and all of that, you're just gonna have to learn
listen,
that or
bro,
whatever. I'm not
listen,
gonna
I
go
get
through
that.
it. No
I get
more,
it.
no understanding.
But all I'm doing is asking questions. Because
I get that and good.
I mean, goddamn, shit. I mean,
I
how
mean,
you
yeah,
learning?
because I'm trying to. You talking over me. My throat hurts.
Okay, well, let me calm down and let you speak because my question is still gonna remain the same.
Okay, well, if the jury confused, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you want me to do. If they confused, they confused. Maybe they'll read it over and over, and maybe they'll get it.
Well, particularly in this instance, they did get it. They had to come back and ask questions,
Okay,
right?
they got it right.
They got it on what instance? I mean, goddamn, they had to
They
come
got
back
it
when it was already explained to them.
right.
Okay, all right.
Okay, well, everybody's not going to get it after one explanation.
So the juror didn't have any questions when they initially explained it, right? That's what you are basically telling me.
It ain't like they can sit up and say, "Hey, can you run that back?" No, they
No, no,
got.
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, is it a practice that when giving these instructions, do they ask this pertinent question? Is anyone confused on what I just read to you? How to obtain and go about deliberating? That's all I'm asking at this point.
Yeah, they do. I'm trying to clarify that everybody understand the jury instructions. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I have no further
They
questions.
if they have a piece of evidence, usually they have a piece of evidence, or they don't understand a law that's in there, or whatever, or element, or something like that, then they'll just come back and ask for clarity. That's just it. It's not a big deal. They just go ask for clarity. I'm
Well,
talking about confusion. I'm talking about
that
what
will be under the banter of confusion because
again,
confusion.
again. When they're talking about confusion, they're talking about the rules of evidence, not just confusion like you lost and you don't.
Rules of evidence is what they're deliberating on, right?
Yes, not the
And
yes
so that will fall under that banter, right?
evidence. No, no, no,
Well,
Lord,
let me no, 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 no.
no,
See, because let me ask you this:
I can't.
if you know why you can't do this, because you don't want to do it. I'm a student
Because
here. I'm asking
I
questions.
done said this 2,000 times. If nobody wants to sit up here and read the rules of evidence, it's not that long. And
That's
I
not
can't
that's not my argument.
because it's
That's not
very.
my God. My argument at this point
You
is
won't let
not
me even
so much.
finish the
It lies within the frame of a question.
Okay, well, I'm
Will
giving
it be
you the
safe?
answer. Go read rule. Go get your
Will it be?
Bible and pull up rule 403 and read it. It will tell you everything you need to know.
I, oh my
It
God.
will tell you about confusing the jury. It says it right there in the bold type.
Well,
Read
God damn it! Some kind of way, the juror was confused.
it.
That's my argument. It's not so much of what the
Oh,
rule
okay.
says.
All right. Okay.
We're dealing with the word confusion.
Right. No, we not. No, we not.
Yes, we are.
You're
In
dealing with
my
it. I'm
question,
gonna hit play.
in my questionnaire, I am.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you want me to do.
I mean, answer the question to your
I
best
didn't. I
ability.
didn't answer it. You
Okay,
don't.
that's fine. That's why I said I have no other further questions.
Hit rewind to get it. I don't answer that. I don't know how many ways. I don't know how many ways I done said the confusion
It-
part. The word confusion did not have anything to do with the juror and what they understood. The word confusion is under Rule 403.
how
That's
could how could you
that with
possibly?
regards
I
and
understand
the
why you.
or
I
and the
understand.
or is
Oh,
in
go ahead.
and the or is in the elements. Is in the charge conduct. That is not the evidence.
But this is what you listen to what you just said. It should lie under confusion based upon what this document said, the 403. But if you get the human mind that does not understand the 403 and what have we, 401, 405, and they come back asking questions. I'm dealing with the aspect of confusion.
The jury don't have to understand
Uh,
Rule
they
3.
don't have to understand it when you
Rule 4.
deliberate
Hey,
and say,
is the
uh,
agenda over? Is the agenda over? What is this now? Come on. Is the agenda over? My God, what's the attack for now?
listen,
My God.
y'all enjoy
I
the
keep
balance of y'all evening,
on
man.
and on.
Y'all enjoy the balance of y'all evening.
My God, I keep trying to explain to you. The jury don't have to understand Rule 403. Only the people that's trying to get evidence in is supposed to understand Rule 403. That is not the jury. All the jury has to do is understand the evidence after it gets admitted. 403 comes before all of that. Like, where am I? That's all they need to understand. When I said the word confused, I'm talking about with regards to the rules of evidence, not just general confusion because somebody on the jury is confused. It's not going to shut down the motherfucking day. If they real confused or whatever, somebody back there gonna unconfuse them. If not, they're gonna get a mistrial. They're gonna move on. There's only so many ways I can explain this. Fuck that. We're not gonna be baited in no goddamn argument. For what? What is it now? What's the tactics for now? God damn. I mean, straight know the situation. The fuck is you badgering me for? God damn. Hey, who don't understand what the fuck I'm saying? Go read. It don't even take that long. I done read the motherfuckers. I done posted them in the chat. God damn. Shit. The fuck is going on? I had a whole sore throat. Shit. The fuck? I sure hope you got it tonight. God damn. Let me play this. Shit. Whew.
You know that.
Well, again, it assumes facts that aren't here. You're assuming this witness sent it. I don't know. But even if she did, what relevance does it have to her credibility before this jury?
It goes to the credibility because she's put on this facade of being so afraid of someone, but yet still, you know that we're not supposed to have contact, but you still sneaking behind and saying, "Oh, I wonder how you're doing," and oh, this and this and that. Oh,
I don't think
you know,
she's ever said she was afraid. I
ooh.
think that was the officers who may have stated that, but I don't believe she ever said that. She specifically said today when you asked her why did you, it was either why did you go back or why did you have, I'll look at my notes, and she said, I don't know.
It was why weren't you forthright with all the details? That was the question.
So again, I'm going to ask you, even if this letter's from her, these pictures are from her, how does it relate to her credibility before the jury?
Who else could these pictures be from?
I'm going to ask you point blank. Did you get a letter that's signed from her?
I got them. What do you mean signed? No,
how do you know?
Letters.
What's your why do you have a belief that they are from her?
I have multiple letters from her.
You're not answering my question. Why do you believe the letters are from Erica Patterson?
Because they were sent from Erica Patterson. Why else would I?
Were they signed by her?
What do you mean signed?
Did she write her name on the letter? Was it the content of the letter? No, I'm not kidding you. I need to make a record, sir. You're making a statement that these letters are from her and that they're relevant to her credibility.
Your Honor, I'm going to go out on the limb here.
And I have to hold that opinion.
I'm going to go out on the limb here and assume, which I know is true, you've never been in my position. You've never been in jail. So you've never received a letter from someone writing someone in jail. No one is gonna. When you
You're
say
not
to me,
answering my
when you
question,
say to me,
sir. What's the basis why you believe they're from Miss Patterson? Is there some information in them that only she would know? Did she sign the letters? Is it penmanship that you recognize? Why do you believe they're from her as opposed to somebody else sending you information? Could be your mom, could be, I'm just saying, could be anybody else. You got to answer my question. It's called an offer of proof.
But you still got to understand why this is mind-boggling to me. Like how
Offer proof.
I got a child with this woman. Why would I not know her handwriting?
But you have to lay a foundation for these letters, sir. That might be through your own testimony. So that I'm trying to figure out why you believe they're from her, not all this other stuff about I'm in jail and I have a child. I'm trying to I need to know. It's called an offer of proof.
Are you serious?
What do you believe? Why do you believe they're from her? I am serious.
Because they're from her.
But you're assuming.
Like how else am I supposed to answer that?
I've given you a few reasons why it would lend to that opinion.
So it has to be put in a legal term.
The bottom line is I need the letter. So if you're gonna question her on that, the state absolutely has a right to see the letter. So you need to provide that letter. The bottom line is I'm not gonna allow any questioning without having that letter. So the state has the ability to question you about that or question this witness and to look at the veracity of what your claims are here. So I may take an early lunch. If that's in your cell, then you can go get it and bring it. But without that letter, I'm not allowing this line of questioning. Do you have the letter with you in court? I
just said no. How many times I got to say the same thing on record?
You know, sometimes, sir, I don't hear what you say because you interrupt me so much or you answer quietly. And I'm taking notes and I'm focused on probably a dozen things at the same time.
But if I say something under my breath, everybody seems to hear it. Everybody seems to hear that just fine.
In a quiet courtroom, yes, we can hear it very clearly.
Everybody assumes that it has to be disparaging.
Once again, you're doing this tactic
because
it's
not a tactic. It's facts.
It's facts. To some other reason.
It's facts because I find it hard to believe that.
I'm gonna
all of a sudden nobody hears what I say.
I'm going to let the state make a record of why they believe it's objectionable because I haven't let them do that. I've given you multiple opportunities to tell me why you believe it's.
I didn't get these pictures from nobody else. Why was
the record will reflect you have two pictures that you believe were from this witness.
That I know is from.
Watch
that you believe.
That I know.
All right. I'll ask the state their position on all of this.
My position, Your Honor, is that these pictures, first of all, should not be admissible. One, because of a discovery violation. We've never seen them before. Two, because we have reason to believe that he did not get them from Erica Patterson. He is on a jail phone call talking to his mother, Dawn Woods, about Dawn Woods sending these photographs to him. Now,
that's a lie. I object to that.
Let the state make their argument without interruptions.
That's a lie, though.
Three, I believe that these photographs are designed to make a suggestion to the jury that Erica Patterson is a bad mom. I think that is what the defendant is trying to do. And if we're going to go down that road, then we would be forced to counter that claim. First of all, it doesn't make her an incredible witness, if it's even true. And second of all, if we go down that road, we would be forced to counter that claim by pointing out that not only does the defendant not live with the child in question, he doesn't live with any of the other children that he has. He impregnated Erica Patterson when she was a minor in Nevada, and for doing so, he was convicted of statutory sexual seduction, pled guilty in March of 2007 to that felony offense, and is a sex offender on the registry as a result. So if there's any causation that would lead to Erica Patterson being a bad mom, Mr. Brooks has a direct role in that causation.
And that's
furthermore
to that.
I'm not
because that's a lie.
Let him
at
finish.
the end of the day,
Let him finish.
If we're gonna open the door on that, no, since he want to make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate all on the record since you think you know so much.
Once
so
again,
we can
Mr.
open
Brooks
the door
is
on.
being
We can
loud,
open the door on how old she told me she was.
Interrupting.
We can ask that question to me.
Over the top animated right now. Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let the state finish.
No, I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record. and lie on the record.
Right. Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the courtroom. And you know what? Let me dial that back. We're just going to take an early lunch, 1 hour. We'll be back. And unless he brings that letter and he can show it is inadmissible, she will not be questioned. And under 906.11, I will declare the cross-examination closed. Thank you. We're in recess, 1 hour.
Get your facts straight. So let's open the door on all of it then, so we can get all of it on the record. Since you think you know so much. Did you know she said she was 18 when I met her? Did you know that?
Oh, baby, that's my favorite one. Honey, Zach got his ass. That's okay. Well, if you want to go down that road, baby, then hey. So you see, he used the word causation, which I done been talking about before I had a channel. Okay. Okay, that means actual cause and proximate cause put together. That's causation. Oh, child. Yes, honey. That shit was so funny that the one in the middle had me rolling. She just she was like laughing. And it was so funny. I saw like a couple other clips where she was looking over there in um um looking at him, smiling and stuff. For real, Carla, that thing was funny. You like Mr. Brooks' argument? Yeah, and see, and that, again, right? And then some evidence where you think, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get this in, and I'm gonna ask this and whatever. You're not understanding. That's like I was trying to tell Levi. Okay, they get them up there and go to asking about, you know, whatever. The prosecutors get a chance to do just what I told Levi they would do. They are going to defend that. Which is what Zach was trying to tell him. If you want to go that route, then guess what? Then we're going to go here. Now, this was now this one thing we kind of give Mr. Brooks a little check mark for, right? Because Mr. Brooks was trying to bring those pictures in to show that she wasn't afraid of him. I don't think he articulated it right. The judge might have, she was saying she's not going to allow until you get the letter to show that the pictures are from Erica Brooks, and then she would probably ask him now, and why are you trying to get this evidence admitted? What's the point? Is it character? Is it to illustrate something, whatever? And I didn't hear him say that he wanted to use it to show that she wasn't afraid of him. See, that could have gotten in. You understand what I'm saying? Because she testified that she was afraid of him or something to that effect. That like she didn't want anything, something like that. If she testified as to that, and after he got behind bars, she communicated with them with some kind of letter and stuff like that, that could have been admissible based on what she testified to. See, based on what she testified to, then that could be it could be admissible. But you still got to go through the rules. So is it going to be unfairly prejudicial? Is it going to create a 403? Is it going to be um what's the other? Hold on. I don't know 403 by heart. Hold on. This is what you have to do. What's all the 403? Uh, oh, there's something else. Okay. So rules 403, excluding relevant evidence for prejudice, confusion, waste of time, or other reasons. Okay. That's broad. So that tell you right there, the judge has a lot of discretion whether your shit is going to be allowed or not. Said the court may exclude relevant evidence. Listen to what I just said. The court may exclude relevant evidence. So if it's irrelevant, it's already inadmissible. But under Rule 403, the court may exclude relevant evidence if its probative value is substantially outweighed by a danger of one or more of the following unfair prejudice: confusion the issues, misleading the jury. Misleading the jury would be like what I'm saying, like saying that a parent can consent to you having sex with somebody that's an adult, right? Undue delay, wasting time, or needlessly presenting cumulative evidence. Meaning is what I was telling y'all. If Jane Doe number 5 is already testifying to what happened with regards to the facts presented in the case and the elements, if they got evidence, other documentation, of the DNA or whatever, videos, pictures, whatever, having appearance, that is an example of needlessly presenting cumulative evidence. That's cumulative evidence. It's considered cumulative evidence at that point. Just like you are not supposed to pile up all of that wrong bad acts evidence on somebody, same applies. It applies. So I'm just not sure where the disconnect be coming in at. Because I'm telling you, I don't know how, no other way to give it to you. I'm giving it to you every way I can think of. Does anybody, can anybody understand that? No, he's trying to, he didn't really know how to do it. He's trying to either impeach her testimony, show that she's not a credible witness. Maybe if he would have said that she wasn't afraid of him or whatever, or but Zach seemed to think it was to show that she was a bad mom. So I didn't play what happened before that or whatever, because I don't know, what was the situation that they, what was before that. I played it from when the objection was raised. So and because that's what was all in that particular clip. But Right, right, right. I just want to make sure that you all know that it's no bias, no prejudice, none of that. Not with me. I don't give a fuck if you feel that way or not. I'm just saying. But I just want you to understand that it's not, you know, oh, because we human, we got to get to do. I don't even understand all that. Everybody in the whole situation are humans. I don't get that. I understand what you're trying to say. And here's the thing, right, that I have a problem with. They seem to think that I don't understand what they're saying, which I understand what they're saying. I know for a fact they don't understand what I'm saying. And somehow that makes me the bad guy. How does this work? I understand. I can quote what you're saying. Can you quote what to me what I'm saying? Nobody ever uses those standards. You're not understanding what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. You're saying because the jury going to be humans and they're going to they're going to when it comes to reasonable doubt they're going to be like the parents was involved whatever. Now we're going to free them. This is a setup or something. I understand that. Or I understand the jury the jury is shouldn't be confused about nothing, whatever. I understand that. I understand that you think the process should be pure with no errors and things of that nature. If it is, it should be thrown out. I understand what you're saying. But can you understand something simple I asked you to do? Is your homework? Is figure out the rules and regulations. It ain't that much. I gave you where to go. How to apply it to your situation. Can you read that? Can you get an appropriate example? Don't just show me something by some parents testifying. I don't understand that. Okay. I can testify if that's the case we can use. I'm somebody's parent. What the fuck? That is what you said. You said that the juror was confused about and the or. And the or is a common confusion. It is a common argument that a prosecutor and the judge and all of them and the motherfuckers, all the goddamn um members in the goddamn courtroom have to goddamn go through. Have to goddamn straighten out. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm distracted with something. Have to straighten out. They argument about the conjunctive and the disjunctive is an argument. And or. Which is it? I mean, do we have to consider everything conjoined to convict somebody, or can it be one or the other? The disjunctive. It's a common argument. I say the jury shouldn't be confused. I was talking about the evidence with regards to Rule 403, what I just read. It didn't take me that long to read that rule. What I read was including the bold type and the definition below it. It don't take that long. I don't have it memorized. I don't do no trial work and shit like that. That's pretty. It's it. And then of course you got your formalities, with preserving the record, and doing all of that shit. I don't do all of that. Well, ain't my type of shit. That's too much. Hey, that's too much. Uh-uh. You got ambitious prosecutors and attorneys and shit like that. That's I don't like this shit. Okay. Based on what I stated, and I was talking about confusion the jury with regards to the evidence. Rule 403. I stopped it in the middle of what they were talking about. They were talking about the admissibility of those pictures, which would be what? Evidence. And I told you, and I put up there on my screen that they're having a 403 issue. Everything that they were talking about was pretty much a Rule 403 issue outside of character evidence. I think character, what does Rule 404? Hold on. I think character's 404. Hold on. I mean, rewind it back. Yeah, 404 is character. You thought I was talking about the jury shouldn't be confused, period. No. It's apparent that a jury can be confused because that's why we have mistrials. And there and in the jury instructions, no, they're not going to cover. And well, let me take that back. Sometimes, if they're being preemptive, they will cover that in jury instructions. I'll take that back. That's not always the case. But if it comes up, then they'll put instruction in there. I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. Y'all want to listen to another one? Boy, this was my favorite food here. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite food. Hold on. Hold on for a minute. Let me take this off. I'm trying to tell you, this was my favorite food. This man was so goddamn funny. Oh my gosh. But I'm telling you, he did enough work to really. Wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go. What now? And this was a poor example of an illustration of one challenge in the judicial system, in my opinion. Okay, well, you don't even understand when I was talking about confusion of the jury. The people that are legally astute, that have been here, that listens and retains information, they get it. And I explained to them what it was about. It could be your understanding is poor. It can be other things with regards to you. If you don't get it, you just don't get it. It ain't my job. This ain't a job. It's a courtesy. And the people that have been here, I think, get it. Can anybody else tell me? Y'all, let me see who get what I was trying to show y'all, and tell me if y'all understood it before I even gave that illustration. Let me know. Be honest, please. Right. Oh my God, Mark Quinn, let me tell you that shit was so damn funny. He showed his ass. When I tell you he showed his ass, let me know if y'all get it. You understand? Thank you. Who else understands? Because what I want y'all to hear is the familiar terms that we've already went over. I don't know how many times, and whatever. And if you still thinking that getting into the juror's mind is the that's the pinnacle of the what's going on here, that's third grade to me. I just can't go that low. I don't know what else. That's almost common sense. We talking about technical shit, and I said this is legal literacy, so I don't know what to tell you. You get it? Okay. Okay. Okay, but I said it's not going to be two actual, and I'm gonna use the word case laws that you can put together, because ain't no two cases the same. And that's not how case law works anyway, which is secondary law, right? I'm just purely showing how evidence is admitted. That's all this example was for, to show how evidence is admitted. And what she said, she brought up offer of proof. We talked about offer of proof not too long ago. We talked about causation. You heard Zach said that. We talked about this. We talked about that. That's it. I ain't say it's going to be the same. This man did everything under the sun to try to get this shit uh delayed, and it was like my whole point is to show people that it ain't, you just can't get the shit in. You can't just do what the fuck you want to do in them people place. That's not how it works.
Feel that judicial decision made about the motion to dismiss.
Noted for the record. All right, let's bring the jury up then.
Actually, we did subject matter still have to prove further, and I want to address
Talk about subject matter jurisdiction, right? Subject matter jurisdiction. No, that's just the one I came across. And that's the only one I'm gonna use. Um when I mean, but you know what, y'all can look it up too. If you know, since y'all know, you can find ones that, y'all can go find ones that uh whatever fits your argument. You believe you can do that. That's what you're supposed to do. So oh, give me strength, Jesus. So give me a minute. No, I don't need no minute. Listen, so when you talk about subject matter jurisdiction, and no one's ever going to take me off my game, so that's not going to work. When you're talking about subject matter jurisdiction, he is talking about the court's right to hear his case. Okay? Now, subject matter jurisdiction is really relegated to federal court because there's so many different courts there. When it comes to state, and I've explained this before, when it comes to state, your subject matter jurisdiction is pretty simple. If you're in the state, if it's a criminal case, you go into criminal court. If it's a civil case, you go into civil court. And it's wherever you live or wherever the crime occurred. That determines subject matter jurisdiction. In most states, not all, it's going to be a criminal and it's going to be a civil division. It's only two. If you committed a crime, which you're charged with, you're going to criminal. So she had to be careful, right? I think she gave a written determination on this. I think she maybe addressed it one time, whatever. You got to understand that she can't go into an explanation not too deep or whatever, because at that point, it could be seen as giving legal advice, and that could be an appellate issue because he's not represented by an attorney. All right, and she cannot help him like that, right? But this is not the proper court. That's not, you'll sometime hear it's not the proper court for me to determine that, or it's a mute issue. That's because that's pretty much subject matter jurisdiction is what they do in federal court. This is lower court. It's either going to be civil or criminal. Okay.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to.
Mr. Brooks, you were well advised. These are your, whatever order you want. But I'm not moving past those three
I didn't
to
say
jump to
I didn't
others.
say anything about moving past the
I
three.
know that. I'm just
simply
setting the tone for today that we're going to keep moving.
Okay, I simply stated I'm not ready to ask that witness questions if I can't even find
I
their
understand,
paperwork.
but that's you not having your paperwork's on you, not anybody else.
So what am I supposed to ask them?
I can't answer that, sir. You know that.
That's a rush to judgment. You can't rush me record.
Well, you
I
did
can't
very well
find I can't
yesterday
find the
without
file
your
for
file,
that.
so
I'm saying
I don't
that
think that's the
particular
issue.
witness.
I'll make a record. Yesterday, you asked the question, hold on a second. Can you have them step back out? Just they can, yesterday, you said you did not have a file for one of the witnesses and you did a fine job from my perspective. So
I did what?
you did a fine job. I just
Yeah,
want to
but
say
they
my
they
assessment,
also
you did a good
provided me
job.
with one sheet for that particular
Prepared or not is solely on you, sir. You've had all of this information. Now we're at the end of the third week of trial. These are your witnesses. I presume that you are prepared in whatever way that is.
How can I be prepared for? I'm not. So the witness is just supposed to get up there and just. I'm just
No,
like,
I'm
yeah.
not going to have this commentary. Okay, I'm done. The jury's coming out. Be prepared to call
So
one of the
that's
three.
a rush to judgment.
That is not a rush to judgment.
It is a rush to judgment. It's clearly a rush to judgment if I'm telling you that I don't have the file. How am I supposed?
You're attempting to delay. So
No, I'm not. I'm not attempting to delay nothing. You want to come check the boxes yourself? You always trying to pull some fast maneuvers.
Mr. Brooks.
And Miss Judge, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, the jury's coming in.
Yeah,
show
and
respect
they
to the
deserve
jury.
to know this too. It's still issues that need to get addressed. We didn't even address everything.
Mr. Brooks, I addressed all of the issues.
No, I still had another one that didn't have nothing to do with nothing we just talked about.
don't know if that's I don't know who is not I don't know if that's StreamYard knocking me. I don't know who if that was StreamYard that knocked me down or what. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna be real careful though. Yeah, but she's sick of his ass. Like a damn fool. Like, what is this about? All that street shit. I can't. God damn. The fuck? Like, what is it about? Can we get there? Oh, God. Hold on for a minute. Let me go find this somewhere else. Hold on for a minute. Just let me see if I can do it this way. Oh shit. That wasn't there. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find it this way. Mm, let me try. Yeah, but that was her outsmarting his ass because he thought all that shit. Listen. He is smarter than you think. He was I believe his ass could pick up what the fuck I'm talking about. I believe that. A matter of fact, I know with the sophisticated argument that he was trying to make and the objections and shit like that, he picked up listening to that shit um real fast.
Yesterday.
I want to state that I intend to appeal that judicial decision made about the motion to dismiss.
No, for the record. All right, let's bring the jury out then.
Actually,
Baby, honey, they is knocking you down. They knocking us down, baby. They knocking us down, honey. They knocking us down. Ooh, fuck that. Okay, I'm sorry. That's crazy. Like I'm almost goddamn um echoing Dana. We got to get the hell off of YouTube. If I mean, and if you just want to go somewhere and y'all want to continue to do your thing or whatever, because this is stupid. YouTube and StreamYard. We'll have to let StreamYard go too. Every goddamn yeah, I'm on Google tonight or maybe tomorrow and find out who, because you know the people don't put it up there, who will allow you to rebroadcast or whatever it's called, other content. But this is crazy. You pay them all that goddamn money over the year, and they won't even let you goddamn like play some shit that like from the news that was piped through YouTube. If that's the fact, YouTube is motherfucking rebroadcasting somebody else's shit. Like, are you serious? Y'all still here? I think y'all still here. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He won't. Yeah, he. Woo! When I tell you, he ran the lawyer. Hard. He was like, oh, he was getting mad at the judge too. I don't understand this. I'm like, dude, she trying to preserve, you know, the record adequate. She's trying to make sure she do everything right, so nothing comes back. Yeah, but this is crazy, honey. They won't let us. They let us play Journey, and that was it. That was knocking it down. Yeah, but it's like you just have to understand how this stuff works, and this is just insight, right? In order to properly fight something and raise the appropriate points, and they got to be raised in the court of law, you need to have what down pat. You don't even have to have it down pat, just to have a general understanding is of the law. If you don't agree with it, that's a separate fight. If you don't understand it, that's another action. You got to, move to understand it. But whatever's written at that time of day, unless you are challenging that is unconstitutional, that's what it is. And if you challenging that is unconstitutional, guess what? Well, it's gonna be that way till it change. Mm-hmm. But listen. So, did y'all see Real Housewives of Atlanta? Ooh, I can't wait till that goddamn reunion. Mm. Drew and that motherfucking Ralph, listen. Ralph gaslights her. And I think that Drew was kind of nasty to him. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, and ladies, y'all understand this. If you haven't forgiven someone, fully forgiven, or however y'all do forgiving, I have a problem with forgiving. I tell you that straight up. I can count on my hand and tell you how many times I done forgave. I don't forgive shit. I'm telling you. That's why I always try to tell people, I like, don't do nothing to me, especially nothing substantial. Because I'm telling you, I will never get over it. I will never get over it. And then you have people. Now, Now, here's the thing, right? Let's talk about some shit. Here's the thing. You have some people, and I'm not just gonna say guys, but I'm a girl. I'm only attracted to guys, so that's what I say. But whatever you got going on in your life, you have some people that do shit, and all right, and then if you're a person that just don't get over shit or don't forgive shit, then they keep doing shit. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna ever get over shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not, like you got some people that's considerate and they may do something. They might not do something to the next 4 or 5 months. Okay. And it'll be maybe something different, but at least you got something else that you can. But if you do something one time and then let a motherfucker, get through it or get in a better position with the shit, then you might not get a motherfucker that hates your ass. Hates you enough to mix some potash and bleach and throw on your motherfucking ass. That's what we do out here in Florida. We throw potash on your ass. I'll burn you up. I'll shoot at you. Because it's fun watching your ass run. Don't hit you. Because, but if you shoot all at them and watch them run away, how they be trying to zigzag and dodge them motherfucking bullets, it's really funny watching them run. So, you know, so I at one point, because of Ju's attitude, and she came on the show, and I got mad because he made that dinner for her, and she acted like she was so ungrateful. And I thought about it. It was probably because of something she wasn't healed from. Then when you get now, whenever the first year they came on the show, they had that issue. He disappeared and went to Tampa. Didn't tell her nothing, and then come to find out, here some years later, because they done been on the show for a minute now, she done brought up Tampa again. Where were you in Tampa? What were you doing? She hasn't healed from that, or she hasn't forgiven him, or at least gotten to a place where she can deal with it. That's about as good as I can sometimes get to deal with it. And when you have you have and I call it pimp talk. This is me. I call it pimp talk. You have guys that be trying to tell you, be like, if you don't forgive, the Lord ain't gonna bless you. That's when they ass is in the doghouse, and this is the shit you hear. If you don't learn to forgive, the Lord ain't gonna bless you. All that pimp talk, right? And as much as I can do is I can learn to live with it. But if you keep on with the bullshit, it's gonna be a problem, at some point. So, but nonetheless, um, and I was like, oh, and I saw how he act with her, and then I was like, oh Lord, Drew. I'm like, girl, I'm sorry, I thought it was your ass, and I'm thinking it's a combination of both, but. Then he got so cold with her. Like, dude, like don't even have a care or concern. What the fuck? Because I'm trying to tell you, the words and the actions always match. If a motherfucker care and concern about your motherfucking ass, that's going to say they care and concern, it's going to match. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you. If your ass is sick or something, somebody that's caring for somebody, they're gonna be caring concerned that your ass is sick. That's what it is. It's not gonna be a conflict. That's and the conflict only comes because they really don't. It's just what it is. So yeah, that is so weird. And then Sonya had that when we saw that she had gotten pregnant and she had a miscarriage, but she's pregnant now. Um, I heard on the blogs that Marlon and Scarlett are not dating. I think they still are cool, but they're not dating. I think she's dating somebody else. Child Kenya. I think Kenya went still with the white guy. That's the the popular thing now. Go get a white guy. Um yeah, and Sheree is still a damn fool. And she's so goddamn petty and be lying and shit and fake. She fake as hell. She I think I know her and Martell's the same sign, but I think they're born on the same day. Maybe not. But I know they're the same motherfucking sign. And her motherfucking ass, let me tell you. She up there, her and Marlo gets on the phone. And like, child, you heard about what's going on with Ralph now? And Ralph and Drew and all of that. Talking about, ooh, the streets, all all that ghetto ass shit. And then when Sheree gets in front of the girl, anything you need, I'm here for you. Because I went through that myself. Bitch, you have a habit of picking the wrong motherfuckers. We have seen it. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to tell you, she get them old no good ass niggas in there and then go to bragging about their ass immediately. And they don't be about shit. That's why you don't go around bragging on the motherfuckers. Because at some point, they going to show you that they ain't shit. Just wait on it. It's coming up. Unless, now, put the unless there, they built a little different. They built a little different or whatever, then yeah. Them street people, stay away from them. I'm trying to tell you. Because, baby, ooh, Jesus Christ. It's just not a match. But not for me. Now, if you street and hood, and the nigga street and hood, y'all gang recognize gang and all of that. Y'all, go ahead with your street ass. Okay? But then and I gotta get to Love After Lockup. But what else happened? But yeah, I thought that was so fake, Sheree. You just was talking about the girl. Woo, girl, the streets are talking. And now you get in front of Drew. Drew should cuss you the fuck out. Cuss your ass out. You and your new nose. Mm-hmm. All them motherfucking stupid ass men she fucks with and she hang her. You should have saw how she was walking in New York with Martell like he a piece of prime real estate. The fuck? He clout chasing. He trying to goddamn uh uh rival Melody and trying to make her man. She ain't thinking about his motherfucking ass. Melanie got all kinds of shit popping. Or like I want to say, I can't even snap, honey. Listen, I can't snap good because as a child we grew up, we couldn't snap, pop, chew bubble gum and blow shit and pop the bubble gum in the back, do this, scratch your ear and how do people do it? And all that bullshit. I don't know how to do all that. We couldn't do none of that. Baby, look at your ass like, what? You get out the family. Out. Oh, Lord. How do some people be doing their ear. Spitting and shit like that. Well, I don't know how to do none of that. Girl, it's a whole goddamn production to see me just spit At my damn mouth. Oh, oh Lord. But yeah, Sonny. But that was interesting. Um, so anyway, yeah. And then love after lockup or love during lockup or whatever version they on. Woo, what about Asante done left the girl? He done got out a day early and she driving up there in that car, done moved to Atlanta and all of that bullshit. And the nigga done got out and shut down the phone and the phone number of the relative that he had gave her the contact or whatever. That person said, this is the wrong number. A bunch of bullshit. I was like, no, he didn't. No, he did not. So I might go on the internet tonight to see, because I can't wait the next Friday to see what was, what became of that. I want to see what the hell happened. What the hell is Asante? Huh? And this all on camera. Like, what the fuck? Is this for real? Hell no. Mm-mm. Baby, even the prison people. Now, granted, and this is what I'm surprised of. With them prison shows, has been more, and when I say success, I'm not talking about did they stay together and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that they actually got released and got with the person or whatever for either a short amount of time or period. That's what I'm talking about, success, because some of them be doing that prison shit just to get that money and stuff like that and pay your ass no mind when they get the fuck out, right? Because it's a game. So, but so that show, they have some people that literally gets released. Some of them got married, have families, or whatever. But honey, that life during lockup, shit. I'm gonna go and see what the hell happened to Asante. Then you heard that from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you heard Erica Mena, Bambi, and Zell Swag from California. They got locked up for being in a bar fight. Now I don't know if they was fighting each other because Sierra, Erica, and Bambi are not friends anymore. Oh, that safari shit. Yeah, it's going down all over the goddamn place. And Blueface and Krishan, oh my god, they got the paternity test and the baby heels, but then y'all know, that's filmed in the past, but they had broken up, and she sounded so convincing that they had broken up. But they were seen at Jason Lee's party 3 or 4 days ago together with his crazy ass mammy Carlissa. She was there too. Like, this is crazy. I mean, this is crazy. Trick Daddy got the goals taken out of his mouth, so he got regular teeth now. Armada and Safari are kicking it. They are in a relationship. And Safari, he just got I don't know. I don't know. He got a bad track record. I don't know if Nicki Minaj scarred him that bad to now every woman he is just, I don't know. But and then him and Erica was in a crazy emotional relationship. Every time you look around, they crying with each other. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this? This him some craziness here. But you could still see that she still loved that goddamn Safari. I don't know. And um and I don't know if it's just me, but every time I got a divorce or breakup or whatever, I wasn't somewhere crying and oh this is and I've seen my cousin cried when her marriage was over, when she thought it was over, but it wasn't. Had me come all the way down there to get her just for her to go back after she thought things at my house was active. After I done got into it with the drug cartel, but that's another story. Honey. But that's another story. So yeah, she got the hell away from my house. But she took her and my favorite little cousins and got the fuck on back up down the road. So you like this what? So and it was the waterfront boys. You can go look it up. And what else happened? Oh gosh. What else happened? What else happened? Princess and Ray J, they ain't gonna never break up. They've been getting divorced every goddamn 6 months. They still together. I guess. I guess. I don't know. It's like at some point, you're either gonna do right, you're not, just get the fuck on. That's it. And that's the same thing with friends or whatever. You either gonna be right or you're not, or get the fuck on. Just get the fuck on. But what I was saying is, I've never, how people be so depressed, like they getting a divorce with a man. Shit. Like what? I'd be happy as hell with breakups and stuff. I'd be happy, except for one. But other than that, I'd be happy as fuck. Like, my God. Shit. Two. I take it back. Two. Let me think. Wait a minute before I lie. Hold on. One, two. 2.5. About 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. I wasn't, so happy. Um, okay, I plotted on one of them. I had to, get everybody together to plot on one of them. But did I plot on Robert? No, I just made sure that I was everywhere he was. No shit. Yeah. Hey, where the girls at? Baby, I just made sure I was everywhere he was. Okay. I ain't plot on him like that, but that's all I did with him. What about Cole? Everybody thought I was so in love with Cole. I guess I was, but um, did I really didn't. I really didn't care. Cause he was too much. He was too much for me. He was. Ooh. I can't tell you who he related to, but he was too much for me, honey. Just when I tell you a man, it was like. But remember when I talked to Ramon, and he was saying that how my exes and stuff be harassing him and stuff like that. Well, he was one of them. Mika was like the ringleader. And I don't know why people be fucking with Ramon. Ramon, big and buff and all of this and stuff like that. I don't know why they was just trying him. Because I think because he proper. And shit. But, I never forget when I got engaged to the Walker husband, Cole and Bobby, the one that died. I showed the videos of him on YouTube, the one that got killed. That was a rapper. They called my house, and my mom was on the phone with them, and I was coming in with the Walker husband. He was telling my mama he better treat her right, and he better not hurt her, and he better whatever. So that had already started a situation where sometimes it may be good for everybody to still be around, and sometimes it might not be. But you just got to know, and you got to always be watching, because it can easily pop off. So that started the situation. I told you the 4 people that did not like each other. That was Cole, that child daddy, that Walker husband, and University of Florida. Couldn't stand each other. It was all on YouTube. Not YouTube, all on fucking Facebook and wherever. So my social media platforms were just clowning. Forever. Cussing and stuff, talking all over my dress, all kind of shit. Like, baby, that was an entertainment, honey. Like, god damn. So sometimes everybody be cool. Sometimes they don't be. But you just gotta know. But I don't remember being, because we broke up so long ago, I don't remember feeling any kind of way. It was still around. Him and his friends still around. I pick up the phone right now. I mean, not this late, but I'm just saying. But I don't know. But anyway, what other people acting a fool? I gotta catch up on Real Housewives of Orange County. I gotta catch up on my favorite girl. I'm not even getting with Real Housewives of New York because Ramona and none of the people that I ain't with that shit. I don't know them new girls. I don't bring back the old crew. I'm serious. Bring back the old crew. They ain't gonna get my goddamn view. Can't find Mission Impossible 7 to watch. And it was released in July, like I think the end of July. Like, what is going on? What else? My struggles. Mm, I don't know. But anyway, so about that Krishan and Blueface shit. I don't know how that's gonna work. And somebody please tell me where's all the health specialists in here? Somebody please tell me why is it or why isn't it a major issue that Krishan is still smoking weed and pregnant? She might be drinking too. I mean, don't that give the baby low birth weight or make them, like, have some mental goddamn problems and shit? Like what? Like, I'm confused. I really don't get it. I mean, have they come to find out that the weed is okay to smoke or whatever? Because I just don't understand that. Like, god damn, she is literally drunk. I mean, smoking, and we knew she was a heavy drinker. Is there any health people still in here? 'Cause I'm gonna go find out. What's up, millionaire? What's up? Millionaire, I'm trying to get where you are. I'm trying to get me some products. And Lord have mercy, that girl, what's her name? Plains Jane. She did a real good expose of that damn pink sauce shit. That damn girl. I'm sorry, I gotta massage my damn bumps, lumps and bumps in my damn head. Um, that girl, that girl. Oh my gosh, I went by that pink sauce, and when I tell you, that have made me leery from buying products from, you know, just anybody. It got to be a goddamn. And see what's going to happen. That's going to stifle the growth of a small business if everybody start thinking like that. But do you want to potentially die for some shit? This girl didn't even understand that the F in the FDA stands for food. Like what? None of the sauce had the same color when it came out. The ingredient in the back of the sauce and shit, that was all wrong. Some of the shit that was in there, she ain't even listed on there. People's getting reaction. Oh hell no! And she was talking shit when the shit her sauce made it into Walmart. She was selling it $20 a damn bottle. And she got on there with that Caramo, and he eventually had to take it down. She went on his show because one of the white ladies sent the sauce to the FDA for testing. I don't know what the results were because the girl found glitter in her motherfucking in her sauce bottle. Like what the fuck is this here? But that's why you don't get all talk all that big shit and talk down to people, whatever, unless they fall upon the disclaimer number 2. Because you can listen, you can be up one day and down the damn next. Now she's relying on a GoFundMe. That girl Plains Jane did an excellent job, and shout out to Karen for sharing that link. Because I was watching it before I went live. That's what took me so long. I kept watching her live, and I was listening to Miss Denise too. I was like, whoa. She really broke it down. She really, really broke it down. But y'all, I am going to let y'all go. I got to go. What came on Monday? What comes on Monday? Love and Hip Hop, honey. I got to go catch up on that. And I will see y'all when I see y'all. Have a great one. Be blessed. Stay out the mess. Bye now.